Good evening. Night Talk Radio. I'm your host, Prentice. Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year, 2016, USA. Wow, 2016. I wonder where the time has flown. More so, I wonder what's been going on that we do not know about while the time has flown. It has come to my attention, as I am sure many of you are somewhat already aware, that many postings on the internet are just a hoax. People make up things and post things on the internet that are no more than a hoax. I don't know why anyone would sit around and create things to publish on the internet that were not true, especially when it comes to the President of the United States. No one needs to downplay or upplay a president in any way, because there is always someone out there who is knowledgeable in the subject that you're speaking about. Now, let's move on to the presidential elections. Yes, it's election time in the USA, people. Now, who is it going to be? Everybody seems to like Donald Trump. Many people like Ted Cruz. Some people have the idea of a more feminine president. Jeb Bush, you'll never get my vote. Sorry. My take on the whole deal is that with all the money and power on the table at the White House, do you really think the powers behind the curtain are going to chance everything to just anyone? No, it will never happen. Never in our lifetime will it ever happen that the people's votes will actually count. Never happen. Night Talk. Stay with me. Be right back. Round 2, Night Talk. All right. The reason I say the people's votes will never count simply because they never have. Your vote is not important to the powers that be. All of the people that you see standing at the podium on national TV asking for your vote could never and will never take the place of the fathers and mothers who have put their hungry children to bed at night on a promise that tomorrow will be a better day. No one in office or running for office has ever had to suffer those kind of circumstances. We need people that are elected from our small towns or communities across the country. We need the leadership of people who have had their electricity turned off in the wintertime. We need the leadership of the people who never have been able to afford a new car. However, those same people are taxed over and over to make good on all the bailouts that have been handed freely over to the Fortune 500 companies who dictate the laws to Congress and pay everyone to sign off on the bills that have been placed in front of every senator and congressman in the United States. It's all a sellout. It's all who's for hire. It's all about who can we buy. Multi-billion, million-dollar companies will buy the senator's vote every time. The same people own all the radio stations. They own all the TV networks. They own all the news stations. Stay tuned. Night Talk. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Round 3, Night Talk. I'm your host, Prentice. Thank you for joining me this evening. All right, 2016 presidential elections. Where are we? We're in the middle of the Middle East. We're still in a war. We've been in a war all the way back from George Bush. It goes way back. We had the Korean War. We had the Vietnam War. We had the German War. We almost went to war with Russia. Many, many wars. The people have been involved in wars ever since we became a nation. We had Bush searching for Al-Qaeda. Where is he? They got weapons of mass destruction. None of that shit was ever found. Now, under this presidency, still in the Middle East. Why are we in the Middle East? we have no need to be in the Middle East. I will guarantee you the folks in Washington do not give a damn about anyone in the Middle East. If your country has resources like oil, gold, platinum, uranium, you can bet you're going to be at war with the big companies that want your minerals. It is time we move away from fossil fuels. Put that on your 2016 agenda. Everybody, try to go solar. Try to do your best to catch and collect rainwater. Try to do many things that you can do on your own. Hey, I have never seen an Amish community sweating anything the government sends down the turd pipe, simply to be dumped on the heads of the people. I propose that we, the people, have a binding contract that we introduce to our 2016 President of the United States. Something very simple that can fit on one page, not 5,000 pages, just one page, that states clearly, if you fuck up, your ass is out. There's an old saying in the South that goes like this: if voting was legal, then it would be outlawed. That is a very true statement. Night Talk, where I talk about everything you never thought about. Okay, welcome back. Night Talk. Many of you may think I am on here just to blab and carry on about the presidential election of 2016. And I got to agree, I do sound horrible hammering on that subject. However, we do, as adults and citizens, need to discuss everything that is going on, because everything that is going on is directly aimed and pointed at our children and grandchildren as well as ourselves. Come on, people, all you Bible people, all the people that believe in the Lord God Jesus Christ, WDJD. What did Jesus do? I'll tell you what he did, and deep down inside, you know what he did. Jesus stuck his sandal so far up the you-know-whats of the tax collectors, the bankers, and the so-called businessmen of the world that they are still tasting his shoe leather in the afterlife. I don't want that happening to me. Last time, I think Jesus took pity on the people. That's why we have the crap we've got today. Some of it was left over. You know, they're like, oh, we're gonna do better. No, they didn't do any better. They've been here since that time. They've handed down their ways of doing business. They've handed down these wrongful things, and they just continue to grow and grow and grow. It's time the people stand up and stop this crap right now. 2016 is a great year to start the world over again and make it a great place for people from all walks of life to finally know freedom, to finally be accepted for who they are and not who they represent. Night Talk Radio, thank you for joining me tonight. Many blessings as you go forward. Godspeed.